Message. The truth about hamburger meat they don't want you to know.
This is a combo bin of meat. A combo bin is 2,000 pounds approximately of meat that's coming in from a boning facility.
The meat in these boxes comes from many different animals and many different places.
Man.
Some is even from overseas. All of it is ground together to make the juicy hamburger Americans love. Hamburger used to be the scraps left over from butchering just one cow. But a significant change has occurred. Now, parts of many cows are blended together by the ton.
If we take the meat from one animal and grind it up and make ground beef from just one animal, we're including only the bacteria from one animal. But if we take the meat from 1,000 different animals and grind that together,
1,000.
we're pooling the bacteria from 1,000 different animals.
1,000?
So explain this to me. How many different cows would be in one burger?
Well, I suspect that there are hundreds or even thousands of animals.
He said cows,
that
not
contribute
animals.
to a
How many
single
cows is in
hamburger.
that? I know y'all seen how great that hamburger meat was. They be putting red 40 in the meat to make it look more fresh and appealing to your eye. I don't know about you, but I know about me. I ain't eating no hamburger.
So I'm cooking meat for spaghetti from Walmart. And I look because there's something
That's
black. I'm like,
nasty.
is that fucking blood?
Yeah, look at that shit.
And it's like clumps
shit.
of fucking hair mixed into the ground beef. Like short, gross
Time to
fucking
cut 'em out.
hairs all
They
through
really
the
trying
ground
to kill
beef.
people. Damn.
Trusted TikTok.
Impossible Foods, and Beyond Meat. But farming the vegetables used to make many meat alternatives emits gases as well. So Gates is also backing a company that's created an entirely new food source.
This company, Nature's Find, is using fungi, and then they turn them into sausage and yogurt. Pretty amazing.
When you say fungi, do you mean like mushroom or a microbe?
It's a microbe.
The microbe was discovered in the ground in a geyser in Yellowstone National Park. Without soil or fertilizer, it can be grown to produce this nutritional protein that can then be turned into a variety of foods with a small carbon footprint.
This is the yogurt.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
I've had like cashew yogurt or oat yogurt. It's sort of along those lines.
Yeah, with the burgers, they're, like beyond impossible. They're getting close to the real thing, but you can still tell.
Uh-huh.
These, I'm not sure I could have.
Processed and even pre-cooked in factories. It all starts with a load of skinned dog carcasses. Most factories elect to use dogs because it's cheaper than pork, and customers can rarely taste the difference. The meat is placed skin side down on a conveyor belt to ensure the employees judge it only by the content of its character. The conveyor takes the meat to a cheese rolling machine, which pelts it with slices of Kraft Singles. This process is rough on the meat, so it's not uncommon for some afterbirth to be evacuated by the product. This afterbirth travels down a separate conveyor belt, where it will then be used in cosmetics. Meanwhile, the meat pieces are bathed in salt.
It's the meat industry's dirty secret. A way of turning the scraps too small to sell as a premium steak back into a juicy, plump eye fillet to sell for a premium price. So clever, you'll never tell. Not even an expert can.
Before, you didn't even pick that as a join, though, did you?
It doesn't even tear through the joint. A bit hard to tell, isn't it? I've just got some fine diced beef and my special enzyme. I'm just going to mix it up a bit.
Why have we got the masks on?
It's dangerous. See that? Don't breathe that in.
This powder is transglutamase enzyme, otherwise known as meat glue. Meat glues come in a number of forms, some produced by cultivating bacteria, the others, the primary ingredient comes from the blood plasma of pigs and cattle, specifically the coagulant which causes blood to clot. In the food industry, it has amazing properties.
So just got a little bit here, about a teaspoonful.
Yep.
Just over the top like that. And with our gloves on, of course, we mix it up.
Then roll it in plastic film and refrigerate. 6 hours later, you have a solid piece of meat.
And essentially, you've got a reborn, rebirthed thigh fillet.
More or less, yeah.
And it's not just beef. Pork, lamb, fish and chicken are all stuck back together using this glue.
Are you just shaking your head?
A little bit. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
This cube roll we bought from a wholesaler that produces stuck-together steaks en masse. Their effort's so good, James, our butcher, couldn't tell even when it was raw. It's even harder in the restaurant, which are some of the biggest users of glued meat. And chances are, unless you're a vegetarian, you're eating it on a regular basis. But with current labelling laws, neither butchers nor your local eatery have to tell you you're eating chicken glued together with cow's blood or beef held together by pig.
We had no idea how guarded a secret this was until we started contacting restaurateurs and butchers to ask them about the use of meat glue. Many of them didn't want to speak for fear of upsetting their suppliers, creating bad blood in an industry that has become very clever at using this product.
In New South Wales, new labelling regulations have just been introduced to help consumers choose quality meat, but it's not compulsory. So for most of us, picking a quality piece of meat is still a shot in the dark.
Why we should stop eating meat. TikTok.
I want y'all to check this out right here. Check this out. Yeah. I'm sorry if your stomach is turning right now, but mine's damn near too when I seen it, but had to share it. Let me know in the comments if anyone still eat meat or you stop eating meat, or just let me know. Let's talk about it. I'm out here reaching the people. You already know. Time when you're funny. Subscribe, like, share. Let's go.
In the Great Depression, farmers were producing plenty of food, but no one could afford to buy it. So farmers started going out of business. Under the Farm Bill, Uncle Sam paid farmers not to grow so many crops. By keeping supply down, the bill kept prices steady for the farmers. But after World War II, things began to change. New farming chemicals led to bigger harvests, and new petroleum-fueled machines were created to keep up with the surge. Starvation was history, but the explosion of food into the marketplace overwhelmed the government's ability to manage supply and demand. In a complete 180, the government abandoned small farmers in favor of large mega farms that could churn out as much food as possible. All we had to do was find someone to eat this avalanche of cheap, low-quality food. In just 2 generations, a nation racked by hunger ate its way into obesity, diabetes, and all sorts of other problems.
children a year just here in this country, and we drain the blood and we mix it with the Passover bread, and then we throw the bodies into the slaughterhouses that we own, and we grind up all the bodies in the sausage and the hamburger. McDonald's is one of our favorite outlets, and the people, they eat it for breakfast, they eat it their children for lunch, and as Jews, we gotta do what we do.
Don't mind me. I just want to throw myself into a meat grinder and get turned into a nugget.
Oh, it seems to me like you need a soda.
Soda today?
No. Soda is the worst thing. The soda to me is like liquid crack. It don't do anything for the body. It's junk, and it's part of the obese problem that we have in the country today. which is over 70%. So if you want to avoid diabetes and you're 13 and 12, you got to cut a lot of things out. And it's kind of hard when you've been passed on a tradition that your mother, your aunt, and your guardians didn't tell you what this thing can do. But sodas is horrible. I don't drink club soda. I don't drink anything that well, Perrier one. I mean, that has a little fizz and carbon in it, but when it comes to any soda, I stay away from it. It's bad for you.
What's happening to animals right now is worse than your worst nightmare. What's happening to animals right now, you would not wish on your worst enemy. The worst offenders on this planet, pedophiles, sex offenders, murderers, do not get treated anywhere near as badly as the way we treat the most innocent and vulnerable beings on this planet.
I'm too good for that. Ain't in the hood for that. I'm too good for that. Ain't in the hood for that. No thank you. No thank you.
How often should I take CMOS? Look, drink it as much as you want, all day, every day if you want to, because the more you drink, the better it is. It's cheaper by the dozen. What does it do for you? It does everything. Except, it doesn't fire the body up. It strengthens the body, but it doesn't fire the body up like iron. You see, iron is the spark plug of the human body. Okay.
Hey, thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all follow me on YouTube and IG. Link in my bio.